This is the Sports Dynasty Podcast. I'm Trevor. This is Juan. And wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Very, very crazy
Good Sunday
things
so
going on
far.
today. Yeah, so far so good. A lot to talk about. First things first. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartradio, Google Play Radio, Stitcher Play Radio, at Podcast Dynasty on Twitter. We got a Facebook group. Check us out there. We're on Instagram. Check us out on Instagram as well. And we got a website, www.sports.podcast.com. Make sure you subscribe to the website so you could be notified every time we upload content. And so far, y'all been doing a great job with that because we're doing pretty good so far.
Support's going
Very, very
up,
good so
up, and up every day, and I love it. Give me more. I'm greedy. I want more. I don't want it to stop. I want it to stop. All right, so let me take Trevor's phrase and say, let's address the elephant in the room. When did this dude get fired? Like 30 minutes ago?
Yeah, approximately.
Yeah, while the Lakers are busy beating the ever-loving crap out of the Miami Heat and winning their 17th, right? 17th title. A certain coach got fired.
55.
You got it. Go ahead.
55 minutes ago,
55.
a certain coach got fired, and I didn't think that Mr. Blake can do it, but he did. He realized that his franchise is going straight to the ground, and this guy has overstayed his welcome.
You said going?
Ladies and gentlemen, the second coach.
Going?
No, I said he realized listen, I'm talking about how he thinks right now. Well, I know it's already in the ground, but he thinks onto the ground further.
My man, his franchise is ash.
And listen, he feels that it's not. He feels that it's still something there. I was going by what he's thinking. But he finally pulled the trigger as Dan Quinn is now the second coach in midseason to be fired and relieved of his duties. This was long overdue. This couldn't have happened. Had to have happened. They got their asses whipped by the Panthers today. It wasn't even close. The score stayed otherwise, but it was really bad. Whew.
They got punched in the mouth.
What can you say?
We were seeing that game live. They were getting punched in the mouth. Panthers defense was going all over the place. The players looked like they didn't want to be there. They lost their morale entirely. They don't want to be there at all. That's when I said it. I'm like, he's gonna get fired. If it's not tomorrow, it's sometime this week. He's getting fired. That's when you know a place is gonna get fired, when the players don't want him around anymore. Hence Bill O'Brien, when the Texans were playing the way they were playing. And look, they won today. Who knew? I mean, I know it's Jacksonville, but who knew? Yeah. So once I saw the morale, I said, nope. Dan Quinn is going to be gone within the next week. I knew it.
Did you know in Falcons history, no coach has lasted longer than 7 seasons?
Wow.
No one lasts longer than 7 seasons. This would have been his 7th. This was his 6th season right now. Had he made it past, he would have started 7th season, which he wasn't. So he's probably the second longest tenured coach.
That's crazy. When did... we should have looked this up before the show, damn it. When did Mike, what's his name? The old coach before him. Mike Brown?
Mike Smith.
No, who?
Mike Smith.
Yeah,
Mike Smith.
Him. Damn, when did he get fired?
2014.
So he lasted about 6-7 years too.
Yeah. No, Mike Smith lasted 7 years. He lasted 7 years there. Got fired in 14, and then Dan Quinn took over in 15.
Okay. Well, that's crazy. So, remember last week, I think it was like we talked about it, that I said I don't think Matt Ryan is going anywhere? I lied. I think he's gone.
I think he's going to move him.
I think Julio may not be the one to move, but I think Matt Ryan, I think we're going to see his last season as a Falcon.
I agree too. They're
going to go full fire, wholesale, gone.
I agree. I agree. And I mean, you have no choice in the beginning. You have no choice.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's true.
I think.
No, but what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna go off on a limb here and already talk about the San Francisco game a little bit, because today, my God, but I wouldn't be surprised. I know this is far fetched, and people are gonna be like, "What? Are you kidding? How are you?" What if San Fran are the ones to somehow get Garoppolo traded and pick up Matt Ryan? If they cut Matt Ryan, not for trade for Matt Ryan. If Falcons cut Matt Ryan and San Fran picks him up this offseason. What do you think about that? Because I think this season is going to be a quarterback carousel extravaganza. Like, I think there's going to be mad quarterbacks moving from place to place. What do you think? What if Matt Ryan with his old coordinator and all that?
I think that makes a lot of sense because there's no way going to be a trade pick. Too much money.
Yeah.
Remember, he has that ridiculous contract they gave him like 3-4 years ago. So I don't know too many teams that's gonna take that contract. So the best way they're probably gonna do what they did to Cam Newton is cut him outright, and someone pick him up. That would make sense though. That would make sense. Unless you do an even swap for Garoppolo and Ryan, which that would be stupid. Because think about it, the money's kind of similar, so you can probably do it. Just you can do that.
Probably.
I'm not too sure, but I think the money's the same because they both getting paid a ridiculous amount of. But if I'm Atlanta, I'm like, okay, thank you. I mean, that'd be stupid for San Francisco to even do that. But I don't know. I don't know who. I mean, Matt Ryan's still good. I can tell you a lot of teams can use him right now, literally right now. They can use him. But it could work. It could work. You got him and Shanahan back together.
Mm-hmm.
He had his best year when Shanahan was there, so we'll see. I think it makes sense.
I have one more question.
Makes a lot of sense.
I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but I'm going to ask anyway. Do you consider Matt Ryan's Falcons tenure a failure? Because he technically never accomplished anything there. He's to me, a big loser. But what do you think? Because they made 2 NFC championships and the Super Bowl under his wing in the last, 12 years, 13 years? So what do you think? Tough question, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, I would say his tenure. I mean, look about it. Besides Michael Vick, it has him and Michael Vick.
That's true. That's true.
Literally the most successful quarterbacks in Falcons history.
He's by far the best.
At least Matt Ryan took him to the Super Bowl. He won MVP there. He's literally the franchise best quarterback they've ever had. So I wouldn't say that his tenure was a bust at all. Did they underachieve? Absolutely. They severely underachieved. But to say that his career there was a bust, I can't say that. No.
All right, so the underachievers must. Yeah, I like that. You got it.
Matt Ryan's not. He isn't that bad.
No, he's underwhelming to me. Like, he's a loser.
Yeah, he's not bad.
But yeah, he's not. All right, I just wanted to ask that for people to think about it. All right. I hope we could see some of that in the group. See if people discuss that. I might put that in the chat. So let's just go over some of these games, get it out of the way. Storylines going through. So Thursday, senile Brady lost, not knowing what the hell down it was, and lost the game. But the story of the game wasn't that. That's not why they lost. It's insane to me how undisciplined this Buccaneers team is. It's crazy.
Yes, they were very. But it was how embarrassingly undisciplined this team.
11 penalties from this team, man. 11.
You guys looking at Bruce Arians. 400 over 100 yards, which is ridiculous, which is embarrassing. The Chicago front was getting.
Dude.
They're comfortable in this game.
Dude.
They're comfortable.
Tristan Wirfs, oh my God, he got taken to school by Khalil Mack. It was crazy. Khalil Mack was on a mission that Thursday night. It was insane, dude. And Nick Foles, like, why? Like, we found Eli Manning 2.0. Why is he destroying Tom Brady when Tom Brady's on the other side?
I think with Nick Foles, I think with Nick Foles is he's in certain situations he like, he rises to the occasion, but when we expect more from him. This is the thing. We expect a lot from him, he fails. We don't expect him, he succeeds entirely. It's great how he does that. Against Brady, he said, you know what? We expected the Buccaneers to beat the living hell out of Chicago. They should have beat them pretty convincingly, but
yeah,
they're like, he played well. You can't be mad. He played, the defense, so it's true. And I'm not gonna completely on Brady. I'm sorry, completely bash Brady for the fourth down. It happens. He had a brain fart. It
No.
happens to the best of us.
Just make fun of him instead. I'm fine with that.
A lot of people, yeah, it is what it is at that point, though. But especially since if he was aware, I believe he had somebody like 5 yards down the field.
He had a running back open right there.
Yeah, right there. So I'm like, I don't know what he was thinking. I could have been a first down right there, and then you
continue
from there. So on that part, there's a lot of thing with it. So it's pretty sad. But at the end of the day, it's what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. No problem. I'm just wondering. I'm like, wow, we can get rid of that game. Jaguars and Texans. I don't care enough to cover this. So the Texans got their first win. They still suck. So
They still do, yeah.
yeah.
Brandon Cook had 120 yards. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't really give a rat's ass. I mean, we kind of already covered the Panthers game, but at least they're again. What we said about them last week, their defense is fast. They tackle quickly, so they shut down a lot of the yak stuff that Atlanta likes to get. And without no Julio Jones, the deep threat, even though kind of really could fly, but I guess they don't like to use him as a deep threat as much as usual compared to Julio Jones. So without Julio Jones, that deep threat is gone. So they try to do a lot of yak stuff, and it didn't work. And that pick that man running through, holy mother! Oh my God, that pick in the end zone, that iced the game basically. Like, Lord, no, that can't happen. My gosh, poor Russell Gage. Cardinals Jets. The Cardinals took a while, but they finally beat the hell out of the worst team in the NFL. Okay, cool, whatever. Let me see. And it's crazy is that every other game had a small storyline with it. Steelers and Eagles, interesting game. My man, what's the receiver's name? I already forgot his name. My man, Fulgham, with 152 yards receiving. Some guy. Carson Wentz does it. Too bad he lost though, but it goes to show you what type of stuff he's going through the last 2 years. He was not that bad today. I watched the game. It wasn't that bad today.
He wasn't. It was just that defensively they just beat up defensively. Fletcher Cox is old man. Like he's been there forever. He's old.
Yeah, he went down with an injury, unfortunately today. Hopefully he's not serious. And Chase Claypool for the Steelers. Whoa. Why do Steelers always find these receiver gems? My gosh.
It's just they're just really, really good at developing receivers. Then you can take a receiver I will have no problem with them finding someone. He's a 4th round pick, from Notre Dame, and look at him. He's playing like a number 1.